Amy. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
I heard you have a few concerns that you just wanted to get off your chest.
I'm not doing a very good job of taking care of myself right now. Work is very stressful and very busy, and it takes up a lot of my time. So taking care of myself has become like very low on the priority list.
Okay.
So it's kind of one of those things where like all week I'm like work, and don't take, take the time to like really do beneficial things. And then like on the weekends I just kind of crash and burn. So I'm just like, nope, I'm not doing any work at all, and I'm going to do whatever the heck I want.
And what are
so it's kind of like a weird dichotomy.
Gotcha. And what are you like thinking? What is important to you of taking care of yourself? What exact things are you lacking?
Well, I'm not drinking enough water.
Okay.
I'm not eating very well because I can, for example, not last weekend, the weekend before, we went to Ocean City. So that was good, getting away for a bit.
Yeah.
Did I eat healthy while I was there? No, I did not.
Okay.
It was pizza and, crack cakes and ice cream and, all those things that...
all the beachy things.
All the beachy things that you have to have, right, exactly. So unfortunately that then continued for like the entire week because it's like, we had class on, okay, let's see. So first I got home on Sunday, did the Outback carryout, bam. Monday we had school, so I ended up going to Panera. Tuesday, I stopped at Valentino's and picked up wings. Wednesday, I'm telling you, this was a week. I ordered pizza, and then Thursday ate the rest of the pizza, and then Friday I went to happy hour. That was last week. So, yeah, I'm trying not, and actually the weekend was better in terms of like, I got more sleep. The dog and I went to the dog park. I went, we drove to my parents' house. We did some things that were better for us.
And did you feel better?
You know how it is. You kind of come out of the weekend feeling, all right, this was really good. I can do this, and then it's Monday again.
Gotcha.
But I did do better today. I went home and I made noodles and veggies with some shrimps. Like, ramen. Made my own ramen with my own miso. Right? I cooked. For the first time in like weeks. It was very exciting.
So I'm hearing sleep.
Sleep's important.
Eating better. Drinking more water.
Yeah, that would probably be a good thing too.
So you wake up in the morning and you're just like, I'm going to do better today. But then it's a Monday.
Burn at work.
What are these thoughts that you think of that are like, whatever, screw the water?
It's not even that so much. It's not even like a conscious thought, I don't think. It's just like getting wrapped up in what I'm doing at work. I'm at an IEP chair at Woodlawn Middle, and it's just literally like if I, took something to the main office once today, I took something to the main office like 10 times, and then I had to go scan something, and I had to go scan something else, and then just back and forth, and then I had like this high pressure meeting in the afternoon with like 14 people around the table, and so it was just one of those days where I never made it to the water fountain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like I have my bottle, and I finished, I think, like one bottle, but it's like, and then you have to
pee. You just go through the motion.
And then you have to pee.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's a matter of like, I stop and I kind of look at the clock and it's like 2 o'clock and I'm like, well, damn it,
Yeah.
I didn't quite make my goals today, although I got a lot of steps going back and forth to the office.
Well, that's good.
So, hey.
That's one thing.
And I had a healthy dinner. And I forgot my water in the car, but that's okay. I'll drink it on the way home.
Gotcha. And at this 2 o'clock, what are those thoughts that run through your head when you're like, I'm not meeting my goals? Do you go get water, or are you just like, I'm already...
Well, today it was like I was in the middle of the meeting, so I couldn't really leave.
Yeah.
I was sucked in, and that was that. So, I mean, other days it's like, you're working and you're doing your thing, and then you look up and it's 2 o'clock, and I'm like, I really need to get out of this office, and then I'll do that. I'll like go out and walk around the school and like check the teachers and go get water and visit people and that kind of stuff. So sometimes I catch myself in time and give myself a good pep talk, but it's been a little rough the last few weeks. I'm just not listening to myself very well. Does that make sense?
It does.
That voice in your head that, really is trying to help you out. Most of the time, sometimes it can be ultra-critical, but I think I've mostly destroyed the ultra-critical. No, that's not true.
Okay.
I don't know. I go back and forth, but I don't know.
So these thoughts that, like, the good little person in your head that's telling you to take care of yourself. Yeah. What are the things that they say?
Drink more water, get more sleep.
Got it.
Cook, stop eating out. What the heck are you doing? Oh my God, Quit. So at work, I have a bowl of candy. because here's why. Because people have to come and visit me because of the meetings and stuff. So I'd like to like at least make it, you know. The problem is, for the longest time, I had resisted the candy and never ate any of it.
Mhm.
Well, not so much lately. Even today, like as I was rolling out of there after our meeting at like 4 o'clock, I'm like, oh yeah, one more peppermint patty. And I don't even think I think about it sometimes. It's just like, it's almost like a habit. It's just like, oh, it's there, so.
Yeah. And then do you feel bad about it later when you think about it?
In some ways I do, in other ways I'm kind of like, eh. You
It's
know,
just there.
it was there. You know, is it going to kill me? Sometimes you kind of wonder if, you know, I almost wish I had like a, you know, that's really bad karma. I wish I had a really serious health issue so that I would take it more seriously. But I do have serious health issues and I still don't take it seriously.
Have you ever thought about, like, every time you have one of those thoughts where you're just like, I'm not taking care of myself, I'm not doing it, just like jotting it down, seeing what time it is, and then maybe the next day looking
Like
back
doing
and
a
be like,
journal type thing.
maybe like just journaling, not even like a specific journal, just like writing it down, seeing what time you're thinking about these things, and then having that water maybe like packing in the morning readily
Preventing it.
available.
Yeah.
So like when it hits that 11 o'clock instead of the 2 o'clock, you'd be like, look at your journal and be like, well, an hour later yesterday I would have been a little upset with myself for not taking care of myself, so maybe today I'm going to just take a couple more sips of water. Like, just have it readily available for you. Like, just jot it down.
That's a good idea. Yeah. I wonder if I could do it.
Why can't you?
Just, I've tried lots of things.
Yeah.
You know, here we go. Here we go. Are you ready for this? Okay, so, I've always been a fat girl. My entire life. You know, kid to now, and I was actually in college, it was crazy. Managed to shed a lot of that, thank God. And for the longest time I worked outside, I was a plant specialist at Lowe's, so I was actually like one of those healthy fat girls, you know what I mean? I had lots of muscles because I worked outside and I drove a forklift and I lifted things, but then I got a job in teaching, so while I'm still moving around a lot, it's not quite the same level of exercise. So for a while there I was doing a good job of like maintaining and, you know, taking care of myself. But this job has kicked my ass because it is just so overwhelming. And I kind of have lost my way this year. And then I come up with lots of excuses because I'm so freaking tired, you know? And then decided that it was a good idea to start grad school again, for the third time. At the same time, it's a lot, you know? I'm lucky I don't have a family. I mean, I have family, but not my own, like, husband and children, thank God. It's me and the dog and the cat, which is fine. Because I don't think I could even take care of other people at this point, you know? Because I can barely take care of myself. So, there's just a lot going on there.
Okay. Yeah, I heard a lot of these thoughts that just came out. So that, just a lot of these assumptions that you made, that you've always been the fat girl, that you make a lot of excuses for yourself.
I do.
That you can barely take care of yourself, you can't have a family.
I don't know that it's can't. It's just, I at some point kind of not maybe even made that decision, just kind of like was like, okay, you know what? I work really hard with the kids at school, and I'm just not, for the longest time it was that whole I'm working on my career thing, and then it was just like the time had kind of passed, and I don't even really want kids.
Gotcha.
And sometimes I'm so selfish, I don't even want a significant other. You know what I mean? Because it's like you get so set in your ways, and you're kind of happy with what you're doing for the most part, that you don't really want anybody else, you know, infringing upon your space.
There's nothing wrong with being
There isn't. Being a little selfish, yeah. Selfish.
I mean, just wanting to take care of yourself, like that. I think that's a positive thought. And
true. Thank you for that.
And saying you can't take care of yourself or others. I mean, having a dog and a cat itself definitely takes care of others. You're a teacher in a school, so you definitely take care of a lot of people. Just teaching is taking care of kids, so you can always like think about that. You may not take care of yourself, like, but as a positive note, you're taking care of everyone else. So I guess you've been pushing that to the side.
You're right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it is one of your priorities.
It needs to be.
What do you think you can do to maybe? I'm not saying you need to be this health nut tomorrow, but because realistically,
that's not going to happen. I know. It's like one step at a time, right?
Yeah.
So I told myself this weekend, it's like, all right, well, first of all, I promised myself we're going to the dog park at least one day this weekend.
Okay.
So we did that, and I was really proud of myself. And like last Thursday, I got from school, we went for a walk. It was like, that was like, a thing too. And so I told myself that we were going to go on a walk, Theo and I, my dog and I, at least twice this week. Even if it wasn't that far, even if it wasn't that long, I was going to come home, we were going to put on the harness, and we were going to go somewhere,
Yeah.
Just to get out of the house and get us both moving. Because he's older too, so it's like we need to keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my first promise to us, because it involves him too, so I might be a little more inclined to keep it. You know what I mean?
There you go.
I know, right?
Positive.
And then the water thing. How hard is it to drink water during the day?
Sometimes when you're, like you said, you're through the motions.
Like tomorrow, I have no meetings on the calendar, so it's like, you know what? I should be able to at least drink 2 or 3 of those stupid containers. I should.
That might be your first day to maybe
I really think
get rid of those negative excuses.
I know, right?
That pop up.
We have bottles of water all over the school. Come on. There's no excuse. I know. So.
You can maybe try to jot down whenever you would have a meeting, then just drink some water.
You know what else I did?
Replace meetings.
Today when I made dinner.
Uh-huh.
I saved some of it, so I have lunch tomorrow.
Seems like you are making some of
I'm trying, right? Isn't that exciting?
That is very exciting.
It's the little things, man. And it really is sometimes, you just have to kind of stop and check yourself and be like, what are you doing? Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's like you have lost your loving mind and you've got to get yourself back on track, because never in my life have I eaten out the entire week. That is just insane. Number one, the money.
Mm-hmm.
We were, talking about budgeting and everything. I'm supposed to be moving this summer. So I have to move this summer. I have to pay for classes this summer. I don't work in the summer. So it's like, hello.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on there.
Some of those negative thoughts are just going to stress you out more. And it's kind of stress. You don't take care of yourself as much. So definitely every time you think those negative thoughts, just focus on those small steps you are doing. You are taking these small steps.
Good advice.
Going to the park.
Yeah, I like that. All right. Yeah, we can take little steps. I like that.
What other little steps do you think you can take?
Well, tomorrow's Tuesday. Don't have any meetings. Should be able to knock out some stuff at school, which is good, because that'll put me in a better frame already. We start testing on Wednesday, which is going to suck. Sorry, but it just is going to suck, because it's 21 days of testing in a row.
I can imagine.
Anyway, no, you really can't. It's just terrible. It's horrible. But then it then becomes so much more important to, take care of yourself, because it is so stressful. That priority of, prepping ahead of time. I cooked this weekend too. I forgot to tell you. I'm so very impressed by myself. I grilled shrimp kebabs, and then I get Hungry Harvest boxes. Have you guys ever heard of Hungry Harvest? It's cool.
Yeah.
They glean foods from different places, restaurants that don't use all their stuff, or supermarkets that don't want this apple because it's bruised or whatever. So this corporation, it's like a Shark Tank thing. They go around and they save food from all these people, and then they put them into boxes and they sell the boxes. And then it's a big, cyclical, we are recycling food and saving lots of lives and all that kind of stuff. And then a lot of it goes back, to shelters and stuff. So anyway, my box this weekend had 2 cabbages and some peppers and some red potatoes and some other stuff. I used that whole box on Sunday. I was so proud of myself. I did the peppers and the leek and the potatoes and put those in the oven and cooked them with some olive oil, and then I grilled. Have you guys ever grilled cabbage? It's really good. It's surprisingly tasty.
Good.
You do the olive oil dressing stuff that you get from Newman's or whomever, and it's really good. And then you grill it, just charcoal it, baby. And then I don't eat meat anymore, but I do eat seafood, so hence the shrimps. The shrimps were delicious.
I can definitely tell when you're taking care of yourself and making these steps that you definitely
when I stop
more
cooking,
proud of yourself.
When I stop cooking, life is not so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I go, yeah. So I need, that's another, thing. It's I need to start cooking again. I need to start, eating breakfast regularly or eating, good breakfast and not like, popping a couple of herbo whatevers to, with caffeine to get you going until whatever. You know what I mean? Like today I had, also came in the box. It's like oatmeal, but it's like oatmeal with quinoa and all this other good stuff in it. And like, it's like, wow, check this out. Yeah, power food. So that was pretty cool because I like made it and I had this little container. It was the right size. So I cooked it and then I put it in there and then I took it to work and I sat at my desk when I ate it this morning. I was like, check us out eating healthy food today. What did I have for lunch? Oh, I had a shake because I had a meeting. But that's okay. It was still something.
Oh, that's and an apple. Well, I'm at least glad that you're associating with the positive thoughts. But I didn't see that when you have this week of not that you kind of crash and burn. What do you mean by crash and burn? Like, does your whole mood change?
It can. Weekends can be good or weekends can be bad. This was a good weekend and I think a lot of it is actually seasonal. The whole sunshine thing for me, as I get older, I find is very, very important. So when we had that string of weekends where it was nasty and gray like almost every weekend, I was having some really bad times with it because that kind of like cycled me down. Yeah. I was showing signs of depression. It was not good. I wasn't cooking. I wasn't doing anything really healthy. I wasn't talking to my friends. I was like, okay, I'm just going through the motions. And then I was like doing work and stuff all weekend or just not, or I was sleeping.
At the time, did you attribute it to like the weather or did you just
I think it's part of it.
Yeah.
I think it's like, it really is for me like a cyclical thing. It just, one thing leads to another thing, and then just sucks me right down. So when I have a weekend like this weekend where the weather was awesome, and I had already decided like Friday, okay, so Friday, I was like, hey, this is awesome, I'm going to go home, we're going to do this with the dog. And then I went out and looked for apartments, because that's part of what I'm doing, getting rid of my old house and moving into an apartment for a couple of years. Then I might move to the beach. So that's the next counseling session. Because we have to decide, what's going to happen there. Because it's like, do I finish my degree or do I just chuck it in and move to the beach?
So I am worried about this change though, because like tomorrow, for instance, you're going to wake up, you're not going to have any meetings, it's going to be great, but it's going to be rainy.
We're going to get lots of work done. I know, but I think I could defeat it because of the fact that I should be able to get all this work done.
Okay.
So as long as they leave me alone.
As long as you say this like positive.
If I like turn on all the lights in my office and close the door, maybe turn on some music.
There you go.
Maybe they'll leave me alone. We'll see.
Well, no, that's a positive step that you're like thinking about the things you'll do.
Try to make a plan.
To leave you this. Yes. Change these thoughts and patterns.
Eat my power oatmeal. Maybe a little maple syrup.
Your power oatmeal. Do some music. Get some work done. Have some water.
I like to listen to music with cuss words in it. Can't do that in school, but that's okay.
Earphones?
I have to be able to hear the walkie-talkie.
Oh.
Yeah, right so. It's okay. We'll work something out.
Yeah.
But if I could just get, like, work done.
That's good.
Because that is the other thing that's just been kind of like, trying to get caught up. Because we're literally at the end of, I had to finish all of like the annual meetings and stuff because we're starting testing, so like all the accommodations and stuff had to be done and ready and finished and everything. So we had like one last meeting today that was a parent request. She had all kinds of stuff from this. She had taken her kid to Kennedy Krieger, and it's like, lady, if you had just told us about this, when we had our annual in December, we could have prevented all this stress because we would have already probably implemented all the stuff you wanted us to implement. Because it wasn't like we were not trying to help this child. We honestly just didn't know what mom's concerns were. Because she didn't tell us. But anyway.
Gotcha.
Sometimes parents are really strange.
Yeah.
But it came out well. 14 people in a room, and it took like till the very end of the day. And then we had another meeting after that. They're changing our grade books, which luckily I don't grade anymore, so whatever. But it looks just like Facebook. It is so funny. Everybody's like, I bet Mark Zuckerberg helped pay for this. I bet he did.
Hopefully it'll be an improvement, though.
It totally is, because it is. It's more intuitive, just like Facebook is. It's not like, click, point, click, here. It was so clunky before, the old one. So I'm really glad we don't have to deal with that anymore. So lots of positive things today. Really.
Lots of positive. Well, that's good. It seems like you're a reflective person. You know exactly what you need to do to make yourself feel better, to keep you on that not so cyclical path. To keep you up.
I can knock myself out of it every so often.
That's good.
So that's what I need to concentrate on that, and
especially just like
the positives.
Getting rid of that those negative thoughts that you have.
And the excuses. I'm really good at the excuses.
Yeah. And just replacing those with like you know exactly what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Just focus on the positive.
I'm done. That was fun.